Hey, everyone, how you going?
Hello, your call cannot be taken at the moment, so please leave your message after the tone.
So, you may have been expecting prank callers. So, you may have been expecting a review on Scream 7. Well, forget it. Because I am not, nor will I ever, review or see that film. I had a feeling it would be crap due to all these stupid ideas. And with a number of reviews, I was right. What I will talk about, because it's 30 years old, is the original. And no, that subtle little cameo by a chicken is not because I'm chicken to review the movie. I just know good and great sequels. This being one of them. So, 30 years ago, the late great Wes Craven gave us Scream. A fresh, revitalized take on the slasher genre, which had lost its appeal in the late 80s, which was full of many great sequels, some questionable releases, and it established new franchises. We got Nightmare on Elm Street, Child's Play, of course Friday the 13th was owning it, and there was many one-offs and few hidden gems, but the early 90s slashers were yesteryear's news. By 1996, we got Scream. A iconic movie with a great cast, quite well written and wonderfully directed. There's a light comedy in the first one. It is dark. You know, the feeling when you're home alone and you get some random calls, like that was and still is a thing. But how Scream worked, it was like, whoa, I don't want a call from like that. And it really showed you gotta know horror, because that was part of the rules. And yeah, it referenced Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street. And it was a good, well, is a good whodunit. You know, there's a few clues and everything. People are saying now, oh, if you look back, you can see the boots, you know, Stu and Billy are wearing. And it started off this tradition where a major name star will be next in the opening. Of course, Drew Barrymore has that famous ending scene, and it is very emotional. Like, it is a powerful scene, like the music and just the performance. It's like, damn, that's really savage. And then you see the results, and it's like, whoa, you ain't kidding. And then you have the movie buff Randy, and then more calls, and Sid's getting hunted down, and then it goes to the reveal. And I will say, no thanks to a bunch of fans, they have caused Stu to be overrated and now pretty much one, if not the worst characters. You screwed up the mythos and the legend of an iconic character. And the screwball producers and writers, well, they stuffed up Scream. Of course, 3 was silly, but 5 and 7 makes this good. And 4 wasn't needed, but it's Wes's last film, so this is good. Has its flaws, but hey, I'd rather watch 4 and 3 over 5 and 7. 5 has a great performance by David Arquette, but it's a dumb film. 6 has one big mistake, but for the most part, it is one of the better entries. It was more successful than 3 and 4 because no Sydney. Just finish her story. You know, they finished and wrapped up Laurie Strode's story. And I'm not going any more into that, but yeah, this series started off very strong. You got 1, which made an impact. You know, Ghostface has been popular ever since. And, you know, I do love Scream. It's my second favorite because I love 2. But the phenomenon that Scream was, like those movies in its wake that followed the same formula, like Halloween H2O, I Know What You Did Last Summer, but the slasher revival didn't really last too long. Like, we got the remake boom in the early 2000s, and then more sequels followed and requels and that stupid elevated horror nonsense. None of that is a thing. Like, 5 mentions a number of crap films. Ironic because it's crap. But you can't go past the original and its best follow-up. But happy 30 years to Scream. And I'll scare you later.